Hey guys, and welcome to episode 135 of the Upper LA podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
We've been off for a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
A little break.
I've been here every week trying to get in. The door's been locked.
Also joining us is Tyler Spitolsky.
Hey!
Glad you could make it this week.
I'm back.
Oof.
You're back.
Oh.
Also joining us is Adam Franey.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me in. Thanks for turning the lights on, guys.
Like to also thank you for hiding my chair while I was gone. That was fun to come back to. Thank you.
You found it, eh?
Yep.
That's too bad.
Real nice.
That sucks.
Let's run down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to talk about the last film we watched this week, as well as a couple of news topics. We got some big stuff this week. We got Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer. We got Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald trailer.
Long titles.
We got Avengers Infinity War trailer number 2. We got Danny Boyle directing Bond 25.
Yep.
And we got Sorry to Bother You trailer as well. If you guys do like this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do appreciate the support there. So with that out of the way, Tim.
I will go first.
I don't think so. Tim.
That's not how it works.
How dare you?
Try to take initiative.
2 weeks ago,
This should be good.
we dodged having to see this movie as a whole.
Okay.
I, however,
Oh.
had a fiance
There
who
it
wanted
is.
to see it. So I saw A Wrinkle in Time.
Oof.
Wrinkly.
Whilst you guys did not.
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
2018, written by Jennifer Lee and Jeff Stockwell, based on the book by Madeline L'Engle. L'Engle, you're French.
No,
Sounds
this
like me.
nigga.
It's L'Apostrophe.
Language.
L'Engle. Directed by Ava DuVernay, who directed Selma. You guys remember Selma? The movie about
Oh, wait. No, hold
Selma.
on.
13th?
I'm thinking about...
The documentary?
She also did
13th?
that. Yes.
What was the... Hold on.
Between
Just a
Gods.
sidebar. What was the movie that Selma Hayek was in? That was called... There was one name. One name.
Frida?
No.
Okay.
No, that wasn't that. It was the action. The really bad action one.
Oh, I have no idea. That's done.
Once Upon a Time in
This
Mexico.
stars
Wow.
Storm Reed, Levi Miller, who played
Oh.
Peter Pan
Yeah.
from a
Dust
couple
Till
years
Dawn.
ago.
Yeah. Huh?
From Dust Till Dawn.
No, it was like the B action one. It came out like a couple years ago. So there's one word.
Derek McCabe, Oprah Winfrey,
Hmm.
Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, Gugu Mbatha from
Bathara?
Cloverfield Paradox,
Goo.
Chris Pine, as well as Michael Pena and Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis?
Didn't know Zach Galifianakis.
He's in it briefly, yeah.
That's what he's been up to, huh?
When her father disappears, Meg, her brother, and her friend go on an adventure through space and time to find him.
You know what I saw? I actually saw this meme recently. It was like the main guy from what's that puppet movie? Team America World Police.
Yeah.
It's like the main guy from that
Yeah.
looks like Chris Pine. In this.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So throw that in there.
That hair, though.
This movie's bad,
Ooh.
but it's
How
at
can it
least
be?
not offensively bad. Like, say, a Justice League or Suicide Squad, where like it's bad and you're also angry that it's bad
Fan
Yes.
forced it.
because it could be better.
Yes.
It's pretty much what I thought going into this movie. Fantastic Four, Fantastic.
The
So I read the book as a kid, and I remember
Oh wow.
a little bit of it.
Really?
Wow.
Get some
Climax
backstory.
is very different in this. This ends up being like a typical like just kind of all CGI world they end up in with like tentacles.
Tentacruels?
Tentacruels.
The Pokemon tentacle shows up. Tentacles just like whispering around and grabbing people and throwing people around.
I want tentacruels in it, bro.
I'm just imagining like the swamp monster from Lord of the Rings
Anything?
1.
It's not even close to that.
Okay, good.
They're just kind of like wispy smoke ones that like pop up.
Oh, it sounds even
I
cooler.
love wispy smoke tentacles.
Some performances are good.
Me too.
The main girl, Storm Reed, not bad. Her brother, I feel bad for saying this, is ungood. He is
anti-good.
not good.
Not good.
Who's her brother?
Some new kid.
Okay.
He's probably like 9, so I feel bad saying it that he's bad, but
He's a shit actor.
You're bad.
Fuck him.
it might
can
just be
be
the director who didn't get a good performance. But
Or he's a
there's-
9-year-old shit actor.
there's a
Jake Lloyd, not good.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Chris Pine is good. He's always
Okay.
solid, but he's in it for just a little bit.
Oh, just a little bit.
Some of the effects are really good. Some effects are also horrendous looking. Just ups and downs through this whole thing. And there is a plot, I guess. Not much of a story.
Good.
Or the other way around. There's a story, not much of a plot. They just kind of like, this is a planet. Let's go to the next planet. Let's go to the next one. This thing happens. This thing happens. And like they're all just like self-contained. There's no like real.
That's like there's a
flow
lot of
to
plot
this at all.
happening. There's a lot of actions happening.
Yes,
but there's no like. There's no like.
Yeah, the story's
story that makes
very
sense.
weak.
Yeah.
Very
Not
weak.
in-game?
And then they just kind of like.
Oof.
Do I spoil it? I won't spoil
Yeah,
it.
please. I don't care.
No, I might see it.
But yeah, the
Just kinda
climax
get
in the
'em.
book is very different. The climax in the book takes place in like this office building, if I remember correctly.
That's boring.
That's fucked.
So,
But like the office building is because like it's like a creepy office building because everything's like all like hive mind and there's like it's interesting of how, if I remember from when I was 9 when I read it. This one again is just that
40 years
CGI
ago.
world that's just wispy tentacles and stuff.
1964.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It's not good.
What are you giving it, bud?
I'm gonna give it late two. Very
Just
much a
below
kids
average.
movie too. Very much a kids movie. But there's also a couple dark scenes that happen. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you, man.
I know what I expected.
You've made me very sad.
Mindy Kaling plays a character that's very much like Bumblebee the car, where she only talks in famous quotes. And Bumblebee only talks in like radio stuff.
Yeah.
She says like a line
she
and
do-
then says who like.
Is it her voice or is it like the fame?
No, it's her voice. And then she like finishes each sentence with like who said it, what country, and like what year that thing was
There you
said.
have it,
This
folks. Go see a Wrinkle in Time.
it reminded me of like 2017's The Shack. You know, just like a made for TV movie
Yes.
that no one was gonna watch.
Oprah is also
But the-
giant in this for half of it.
She's
Like
a
literally massive.
she's an icon.
Yes.
She is.
She's as big as her iconography.
Persona.
Yes.
Larger than life.
Also, the movie was Everly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think we.
Is that your last scene?
No.
Lead in?
No,
Okay,
I'll go with that
I
then.
don't think we care, but.
That would be
Oh
perfect.
well,
Ty, what's your last scene?
I got a good one for you guys.
I hope so. You've had 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is what I got for you.
Anyone would be a good one.
I think you might. You're gonna get it right away. I think. The Last Gunslinger, Roland Deschain, has been locked in an eternal battle with Walter O'Dim. These are terrible names. Also known as the Man in Black, determined to prevent him from toppling the tower which protects his world and others.
You never saw this?
No, I was there. I
He
wasn't there.
was, he was not here that for
Yeah.
I never really remember if you're there or not.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember.
Yeah. You're very unforgettable. Very forgettable. That's what I have to say.
it was almost nice. It was almost a compliment.
Forgettable.
Unforgettable.
That's what you were.
So starring one Idris Elba,
Mm.
Matthew McConaughey,
Mm-hmm.
Idris Elba.
Tom Taylor, Dennis Haysbee, Ben Gavin, and a bunch of other
You don't
people.
have to say those names.
Jackie Earl Haley, whom I do like,
Playing a rat man.
playing Ratman. Ratface
He's a
Jones.
rat man.
That's it. That's all you need.
Ratface Jones. There's a lot of people in this movie.
That's
Jesus.
All right.
Anyways,
What'd you think about it?
yeah, this movie was not good.
Do you understand the overall story?
I
of
do
Dark
understand.
Tower? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you explained it to me once when we were hammered.
No, I'm saying from the movie.
Oh,
did you
from the
get
movie.
What's happening?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. They jumped into that very
Yes,
quickly.
yes.
I was like, all of a sudden they're in this house, and this house can. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's a house demon
Yeah.
because those exist. And then all
Like
of a
Harry
sudden,
Potter.
yeah, of course, but except they don't like build it up in like 8 movies to build the entire story.
It's the house sprite.
They just have house that attacks you, and apparently he just tells it to stop, and then it stops.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing that that was explained early on. Yeah,
It's so obvious.
this movie is not good, not good at all. It felt like the perfect.
It was perfect at something?
Yeah, oh yeah, but it was perfect at being negative. Like it wasn't, it was not good. I forgot I had a good analogy for it, but it was just not great for me. I didn't feel for any, like I didn't care about the like Idris
It was
Elba's
fine.
world. Yeah, like they missed a lot of points in this, and the one thing I did enjoy was Matthew McConaughey. Like I did enjoy him as a villain. I don't think I've ever seen him as a villain. He might have done something, but I've never seen it. I really liked him as a villain. I thought every time he was on screen, his presence was really.
He is ruthless.
He is like when he goes and sees his mom and stuff like that,
Mm.
and he's just like cooking in the kitchen. That like him just standing there, that scared me. Like I was like, shit, like that's a powerful presence.
Do you guys
Scott,
remember?
you're having a stroke. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Do you guys remember the movie Matthew McConaughey? He had like, he was like a cowboy kind of. It was like modern day, but it was like set in the South, and there was. Fuck. He was like this villain, but he was a cowboy. Fucking hell. I'll remember.
You're making up a movie, aren't you?
No.
He's pulling a Switty right now.
Was it?
What?
Was it Fool's Gold?
I'll get back to it.
No.
I'll get back to it.
Okay.
Savannah?
What'd you think of what would you rate it?
If I had to rate this steamy
Hang
pile,
on, there was shooting.
there was some shooting, and you know what? Some of the gun,
Before
like
you give it a 0.
some of the ideas, like some of the movements with the guns, I thought were pretty cool.
Does not happen in the book.
when he like.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah,
all the
it kept like shit like that. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool. They're just gonna throws the
Gung fu.
bullets, and yeah, gung fu
Yeah.
is pretty cool. There's one shot that he makes. I'm not gonna tell you like how he uses it, but like he kind of bounces a bullet off another
I
bullet.
hate that.
I thought that was kind like it was a good idea.
Worst thing I've
Executed terribly, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like
that.
it could have been done so much better.
I think during the spoilers
Yeah,
section when we reviewed it, I told you how it should have ended,
yeah.
and I'll tell you after,
Okay.
and you'll.
Was it good, guys?
It was good. This
There's
was
another moment where Tim should have been writing.
Do not
like-
remember. Yes,
I do not remember anything about this movie, nor do I remember anything about Tim's review.
Perfect.
did not like it.
It's like I didn't even see it. Oh,
Yes, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Killer Joe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Was he a villain?
Pretty gross movie.
Yes.
He was very scummy. in it.
Yeah.
Really?
Very
With a
scummy.
chicken,
Great
chicken wing,
scumbag.
chicken bone that goes on, I believe. Just leave it at that.
Oh, there's this
Haven't seen it, I've
serious
just heard.
drumstick.
Oh,
Drumstick, yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Adam. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I haven't rated it.
I must rate
Yes.
this fine film. I mean, fine in its most literal. Let's see. I will give this a light 2.
Lightest of twos, huh?
Yeah, like light 2. It's so light. It's like, is that a heavy one?
I think
No,
I gave it
it's
a
a
light
light
2.
2.
I think I gave it
Yeah.
a light 2. Heavy one somewhere in there as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna rate that.
Adam, what do you got for us this week?
The Frainmeister. Frankenstein.
Don't.
Thanks, man. So happy you're back. In 1971, 24 male students are selected to take on randomly assigned roles of prisoners and
Stanford
guards.
Prison Experiment.
That's right. In a mock prison situated in the basement of the Stanford Psychology building.
This is Ezra Miller, I believe.
This is Ezra Miller, aka the Flash.
Billy Crudup.
This is Billy Crudup, aka the Flash's dad. This
Oh.
is Michael. What do we got, Alex?
Give me a
Michael
minute.
Angarano.
Give me a minute. His name's cut off. It'll give me a minute to load it. And Michael Angarano.
This is a who's who of young up and coming people. Moises Aria, better known as Hannah Montana, really gross looking kid,
Okay, yeah.
right?
Face Jones.
Nicholas Braun, don't actually know who that
They
is.
said this is a bunch of up and coming.
This is
Thomas Mann,
my
Girl
boy.
and the Dying Girl. Hello, hit one.
Project X.
Project X, Ty Sheridan,
Mm.
also from the upcoming Ready Player One. Johnny Simmons, know him from a lot of stuff, don't know his name. R.I.P. Nelson Ellis from True Blood.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lafayette,
Yeah.
better known as.
True.
I think that's about it.
Otherwise
That's
known as.
about it.
What did you think of it?
I've heard it's not great.
Kyle Patrick Alvarez directed it. Never heard of him.
It's an interesting experiment.
Oh, it's an experiment.
Very interesting.
I thought it was very good. I liked
Real.
it a lot.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Based
I
on
heard
real-
not
based
good
on-
things about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've heard it's very okay.
It like went off totally off the radar. I loved the trailer. Remember we reviewed it, the trailer, and then the movie just like never came out
Yeah,
anywhere.
Just came and went, yeah.
Came
So-
and went. Never saw it. Yeah.
I've been looking for it. Yeah, I loved it. I thought
Is it on
performances-
Netflix?
It's on Netflix
Yeah,
now.
yes, yeah. Performances I thought were excellent. Ezra Miller is fantastic. He's like I guess you could, yeah, he's like the lead. Him and Billy Crudup kind of co-leads. He's also the comic relief. He's like funny, hilarious. You feel for him. Just great performances all around. All the students were all great, as were the professors conducting the experiment. And it was just, I love psychology in general. Like, it was just pretty crazy. Knowing that it was real, you're just like, that's fucking despicable that they, like...
Describe the setup. Describe the setup. For the layman who maybe doesn't know.
For the layman. These university professors get together and want to do an experiment led by Billy Crudup, who says, let's take, like it said, these 24 students at Stanford, and we'll choose some of them to be guards, some of them to be prisoners, and we'll just see
what happens. At random?
At random, yeah. Like, consensually, the kids signed up, and they were offered $15 per day for, like, a 2-week process. And, they just wanted to see what would happen, right? And so, and I fact-checked it, pretty much all accurate. The only difference is they manipulated the time of when things happened, but everything that happened is true. But, like, day one in reality was, like, a little slower. In the movie, shit hits the fan fairly quickly. Like, these the kids that are the guards come in, and they're instantly, like, in full character, just, like, swinging their batons and chewing gum, and they're, like, against the wall, 61248, and, like...
Just being pricks.
And by day 2, you just start feeling for these kids. They're having, like, mental breakdowns. And it's fascinating because it's, like, the real people that are affected psychologically by it are the professors. Because Billy Crudup is, like, he too is slowly getting wrapped up in it and starts referring to it as his prison and stuff like that. When they're trying to talk him down, they're like, okay, like, this has gone too far. People are getting hurt. People are going on hunger strikes, stuff like that. Like, there's clear issues because they're following along on the security footage the whole time. Like, do you think we should, take it down a notch?
The students are shaking each other.
Yeah.
Going on hunger strikes and
he's just like, I'm sorry, you want me to lower security in my prison so someone can escape? I think not. So it's like, clearly he's the one who's losing it.
Lost it.
Yeah. I just thought it was well directed. There's a lot of good, like, long takes. There's some crazy slow-mo, like, let's just say the prisoners riot at one point. There's a nice slow-mo long take of just guard v prisoner riot. Crazy.
Does the camera, like, slowly move through the crowd or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
It's like, there's a lot of, like, long down the halls of the
Kingsman
prison.
style.
I'm in.
A la
Church scene.
Kingsman. Gotta be the first time this movie's been compared to Kingsman. Has to. Yeah. Intense score that just, like, drums up and just gives you that, like, disgusting, like, tension feeling.
Love it.
Shook me. Only negatives, I would say, and, like, kind of hard to fault it because it is a true story. It's kind of my problem with a lot of true stories is they're handcuffed.
Yeah.
The end was a wet noodle for me. Like, it's like ramping up to some of the craziest stuff in the movie, and it feels like it's about to crescendo, and then it just kind of, like, plateaus. But
Because that's what happened.
That's what happened in real life, right?
It's like Detroit for me, that movie. I love, like, the tense like, build up, and then court case just kills it.
So it's much like that.
Watch out.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's like the rug just gets pulled out from under.
What was that movie with what's his name? Tom Hiddleston? Where it's High Rise. Did you guys see High Rise?
No, but I've heard the same idea.
It's like that.
Build,
it's like ramping up.
Nope.
We're just gonna end it.
I'd give it the solid 4-banger.
Ooh, I might be watching it this week.
You should. I recommend you.
Got nothing else going on this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No important big days for you.
You're free Friday, I think. You should just watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Tim's getting married. Get married on Friday. Yeah, 4-banger. It's very good.
Right on. I'll jump in with my last scene.
You're not?
Sure.
After World War II,
The outsider?
Period.
an American POW stays in Japan and works his way through the rituals and hardships of the Yakuza to become a member of the crime organization.
Did we know this was a Netflix release when we reviewed the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw it on Netflix the other day. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a Netflix movie?
I just didn't know it was on Netflix this soon.
Yes, the trailer just came out like
I watched this
2
movie
weeks
like a
ago?
week and a half ago.
3 weeks ago?
I watched this movie a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing it like a week ago.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Directed by Martin Zandvliet?
Question
mark?
Sure.
Zanlit?
Yeah.
starring Jared Leto, Tadanobu Asano,
I love when you Japanese.
and
I know.
Shiori Kutsuna,
Oh,
I love when you speak Japanese.
and Emil Hirsch.
Emil
That's
Hirsch
not-
is in
sorry.
this.
That's
Emil
not
Hirsch is
Japanese.
in it.
Wow.
He
Wow.
plays
The Emil
he plays a former like army, like he's in the army. He was like in the same crew, whatever, as Jared Leto.
Okay.
Whatever. He sort
I love Emil
sort of
Hirsch.
meet. He's in it for 5 minutes.
I love me some Hirsch.
Right.
Max. 5 minutes max.
Emil Hershey kiss.
Yeah. So The Outsider, not good.
Oh.
Oh,
It sucks.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Jared Leto's a good actor, right?
I don't know anymore.
Because all the movies that he's done
fine.
recently,
He's fine. Honestly, he's fine.
he needs to pick his movies
He's
a little
like
better. I
Forrest
think.
Whitaker. I don't know if he's terrible or amazing.
The problems with this movie is twofold. One, I don't care about Jared Leto's character. He's
Ouch.
just, there's no backstory. He's just thrown into it, and he's also literally the same character from Blade Runner. He's literally whatever I forget his name.
Xander Wallace?
Waylon?
Wallace?
No.
Wallace. Neander Wallace.
Xander Wallace.
Like he's just like
And the game's close.
he doesn't emote. He's just like I don't know what it is. Like I realize he's playing a stoic character, you know, a quiet, reserved person, but
But he only has one version of that?
I don't know. It's just like nothing there. I don't know. I can't. You know that some actors. You know what I read after this, that originally they were courting multiple actors for this role. Originally, Fassbender and Tom Hardy were considered.
Oh,
Now those are two actors that can act without saying anything, right?
And often do.
Yes,
Now-
they often do.
I thought you were going to say Tom Hiddleston, and I would have been on board for that.
Yeah, even that would be better than Jared Leto in this case. I don't know. Is he a robot or something? I don't know. Jared Leto.
He went full method for Blade Runner, has never come back from it.
yeah, he's still not out.
He is a replicant.
Like his character in this movie
What's
gets
the
tattoos on his back. Like he gets the Yakuza tattoos eventually because it's over a period of time.
Oof, timelines.
I wonder if he has those tattoos, like legit.
Probably.
Because there's like
Psycho.
there's legit
see
a
that,
sequence
yeah.
where like they're showing it like getting tattooed like in him, and I'm just like, is that real? I wonder. It
Would
could
you
be.
be
I would
shocked?
not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised
yeah.
to be honest.
I could see it.
It kind of handcuffs you later if you have to do something else because you have your giant Yakuza tattoos on.
No,
you.
just do makeup.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Hardy's like totally tied it up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, the problems are twofold. So one, his character, and that sort of ties into the writing. You know, just very weak. Just boring, like extremely boring. Because you know, if you've ever seen a Yakuza movie or any like crime, you know, mob movie, or it doesn't have to be Yakuza.
Okay.
Just like criminal organization movie, you know, where someone like joins the ranks and goes through the rituals, be it Yakuza
Trials
or
and
Irish mob, or if it's like
The
you know,
Italian mob,
the
like
Jew
the
mob.
Yakuza. Yeah, or
The
I'm
Amish
blanking on
community.
names.
Italian?
No,
Mafia?
one of your favorite movies,
Departed?
The Departed.
Yeah.
You know, it's in that vein, right? Those
One of our favorite
crime movies. You know, it's a whole genre, and Yakuza movies are part of that. But it follows the same beats, like it's just beat by beat, like this. Like you guys must have heard, like, you know, if you dishonor your boss, you know, you cut your finger off. You know, he cuts his fingers off. I mean, like, of course, right? You know, he does some hits. You know, he sees some Yakuza guys in a bathhouse with their tattoos. You know, it's just like, I've seen this. What's new here? You know, and you know, Tadanobu Asano is the character that sort of gets him into the Yakuza because he saves his life in prison, and he sort of invites him to join and do some jobs for him, and he eventually becomes a member. And he has a sister, and what can you imagine happens with the sister?
Kissing?
Yeah,
They make it a little bit?
their bodies
Sorry?
get real close.
Wait,
Who?
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto and his sister, yeah.
Jared Leto and Tadanobu Asano's character's sister.
Okay, I thought with his sister, I was like, wait, this is beat for beat? What have you been watching?
they bump
Incest to the
uglies.
table.
Jesus.
Bump uglies. It's the grossest term.
But it's such a
Smooching booties.
it's such a stereotypical, like,
9-9.
it's been done. Like, you fall in love with the, you know,
Fast and the Furious.
My boss's daughter.
I don't know.
Yeah, outdid
it's just
me.
lazy. It's just lazy to me. Like, what new are you bringing to this besides, you know, Jared Leto in the Yakuza, right?
That was it, I think.
I guess.
White Yakuza guy.
You're welcome.
I think that was the gimmick.
Besides the splashes of violence, which were, I mean, who doesn't like a little violence?
Were they good? Were they cool? Were they?
Entertaining? That's the only thing I got really for it.
Sounds good.
I said the problems were twofold. I only really touched on one aspect.
Oh God.
The other thing is the whole like white savior thing.
Oh, it must be very apparent in this.
Oh yeah.
After watching this movie, the first thing I thought was, why not just make it a Japanese person?
Yeah.
Like, why does this have to do anything? Why does this have to do with anyone?
I think
Caucasian?
society needs to see a film about a white man, you know, conquering others and coming out on top.
Yeah.
Getting the
It hasn't been done
finally.
before. Hasn't been done
getting
in
the
history at
beautiful
all.
sister
Yeah.
and joining and rising up the ranks.
White
and
guys
leading-
just succeeding. Well, how often do you see that?
Never, man.
because
Yeah,
they can't
never.
do it themselves.
Whites are so hard done by. It's
When is
unbelievable.
No, I
a
agree.
white
It's-
male gonna get
it's
a
just-
role in Hollywood?
It just bothered me. I don't know.
They could be so much
Because I
better.
like-
It's just
I
about
thought
like
that from the
I like the
trailer.
Last Samurai. Like I like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were
I
going to
don't
say.
know.
I was like, you watched
I don't know. Like that movie, I feel like did it better. I don't
About
know.
47 Ronin.
That sucked.
Oh, I own it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's not good.
Oh, I'm very excited. It's probably going to be amazing.
Keanu, you'll love it.
It's going to be amazing.
It reminds me
Oh,
of
yeah.
that. It's a cringe.
It just-
like
In this
white-
way, it was cringe. In this way, it was cringeworthy for sure.
J Lo killing it.
I don't know. To me, it's very forgettable. Very forgettable.
Great.
I'd give it a. You know what? What did we all?
light two,
Light
light
two.
two.
4.
4. Light 2 then.
Like
Oh,
to. Wow!
Yeah.
Will not see.
Mark it. Take it off the watch list.
I literally have to now.
Yeah.
It was on there, but I'm just
Take
like,
it off, bud.
Got other things to watch.
like if one person had told me it was bad, it's getting the axe, and you're
Go on
that
Netflix.
person.
Watch Flint Town.
You know what they should? They should have just mixed it up totally and just taken like not a white guy. Throw a black girl in there. Watch like freaking I don't know. I had a name but I forgot
Let's
it.
move on into our news segment.
Think through your
We got a
thoughts
couple of
before you say
trailers to discuss. First, let's start off light. We got Sorry to Bother You.
Selma Hayek.
Oh, shut up.
Let Selma Hayek do it.
Shut the fuck up. Who brought you back? Who
She's
let you
Mexican,
in?
but
Sorry to Bother You guys.
No problem.
Starring Lakeith Stanfield, Tessa Thompson, who else?
Danny Glover.
David
Featuring the
Cross.
voices of
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
Oh,
Featuring the voice of David Cross and Steve Buscemi, I'm guessing.
Yeah, looks sounds like him.
it's gotta be Steve
And
Buscemi.
probably a lot of other.
Yeah.
It seems like a
Classic white guys.
dark, surreal comedy.
Yeah.
Blowing up Sundance, I think it was.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this? Tim, let's start with you.
I'm hype for several reasons. One, I love Lakeith.
Me too.
Two, just the creativity with the actual like phone calls where like he's dropping in on people. Like there's
Yes.
that one call that takes
Yes.
place at dinner and then he drops in to the dinner as if he's right there.
The first one with the dust balls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a very quick scene later on where you see him like up close to a dude he's sitting on like a toilet, just like talking to him, but clearly they're just like talking on, but they're talking.
But they're just like looking at each other.
So I can't wait to see like how creative they get with that because that's already hilarious.
Basically, Lakeith Stanfield plays this, or he becomes this telemarketer,
Yeah.
and he learns how to use his white voice.
Yes, to get
Which
people.
is he's
It's
in order
hilarious.
to sell to people,
Yeah.
he has to use his white voice, which he's voiced by David Cross as the white voice.
hilarious.
Which
The
is
poster boy for white men.
Essentially,
middle aged,
Cry.
but yeah,
over the hill man.
Goodbye, Shunke.
I'm pretty hype. I think
You're hype?
things looks hilarious. I think it looks really original. Can't wait to see.
I
it.
think it looks fantastic. I can't wait for this. Just I love the surreal aspect of it. I love when movies sort of are wacky and do these weird, do new things.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it too often. You know, a lot of people play it safe, but I love that this isn't safe.
It looks very very good.
Yeah, this could be the breakout like movie of the year. To be honest,
Oh, yeah.
this could be like the Get Out of this year.
I was gonna say
I
very
can see
Get
that.
Out,
To be honest,
almost like a reverse
yeah.
Get Out.
What do you guys think, Adam? Thoughts?
I think it looks great. I echo what you guys said. Looks hilarious. Love Lakeith. He's the man. Yeah, it just looks really original. Love the satire. Anything satirical, like a Get Out or something, just looks hilarious. David Cross, I'm all in. And I heard the reviews are amazing. Like out of whatever festival was it, Sundance? Yeah,
I think
Probably
so.
Sundance.
Yeah.
Apparently it's great.
Right on, Ty?
I am very in. I think this looks hilarious. I do agree. Lots of satire. I think there's going to be in this. I think it's. And they're going to go against. They're going against the grain a little bit with this, and I think that's a good thing. I think they're being pretty ballsy making a movie like this, and I like it. I like it. There's a lot of room here for great potential.
You like ballsy?
I like ballsy.
Yeah.
You like balls.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too.
Make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it looks great.
Cool. I think we're all in. Yeah, right on. Let's move on. We got a couple trailers. We got a couple trailers here. We got Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I think is the order. I could be wrong.
That
honestly.
sounds like
That sounds right.
It could be Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. One of those two.
Yeah.
I switched it there. Ty, let's start with you. What do you think of this? It's really a teaser. I would call this a teaser.
Yes.
Were
Yeah,
you teased?
not a lot goes on because we don't really know what the whole point of this is
They
yet.
go to the internet.
They go to the internet.
Yeah.
They're
Clickbait.
going to show that for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours.
If I'm lucky.
Tubes.
Yeah. Tubes of internets. It looks okay. I actually kind of liked the first one. I thought it was kind of cute and funny.
First one's great.
Yeah.
Almost cried.
Okay, so you clearly have deep-seated
Thought it
issues
was
we have to talk about.
fine. Did I say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I thought it was good, the first one. This one here looks, I don't know, until I see another trailer, I'm kind of on the fence about it. It looks really...
But the pancakes, though.
The pancakes, I laughed my ass off
fun.
at.
You know what that
Fuck.
reminds me of?
Pancakes.
It reminds me of the trailer for Zootopia a little bit.
I was just
With the
gonna
sloth?
say that.
Yeah.
It
Totally.
literally, it reminds me of that.
It just, he took the pancakes and like just went,
It's gonna be that sloth gag.
Yeah.
oh,
for
when
sure.
that happens, like, when that happened in Zootopia, Tim and I laughed our asses off.
Didn't it say? Wasn't there a tag in the trailer
It says
that
Makers of
was
Zootopia.
Makers of
Yeah.
Zootopia too.
Yeah.
I don't know why subliminally it
Yeah.
like suggests it, right?
Yeah.
I call this right now. When that scene comes up in this movie, I'm gonna be on the theater floor laughing because that was just hilarious. The cat looked, or like it was a bunny, I think.
It's a bunny.
Bunny looked so sad, but so
But did
full of
anyways.
pancakes.
That's me.
Oh,
Every time I
Tim,
eat.
what do you think of that? Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm pretty excited. Title is terrible. Just call it Ralph Wrecks the Internet is clearly the better
That
title.
would be
Yeah.
very fine.
Am I right?
Or Wreck-It Ralph
Does he
2.
break it or does he wreck it? I don't know.
Wrecks it. Just
Wreck
I think he
Ralph.
wrecks, right?
just use the pun of his name of
Yeah.
Wreck It as Ralph Wrecks the Internet.
But people won't know, Tim. We need that number 2 somewhere.
Wreck-It Ralph the internet.
I'm excited. I do think it's gonna be very dated because it's gonna be like a lot of like mean jokes and stuff, and I think it's gonna be a lot of jokes that would have been like super funny like 15 years ago when people were like really like during the .com burst. I'm just guessing because like there's already like Tubes, which is like an old
Like
joke about this internet is a series of tubes from
Yeah.
that senator whoever was trying to
When
explain
the internet
internet.
first came out, that was like that was hilarious.
Yeah.
True.
But
Yeah.
no one's gonna know that. Like,
But it might
It
work.
might be good for us because with like MSN and
Yeah,
like
as I'm
that
saying
era.
that whole, which makes sense with the storyline because there are old arcade
Yeah.
characters who are like coming into this new world that's existed
Yeah, okay.
forever.
I
So
like
that's
that.
why I'm on board with it.
More so than like the Emoji Movie or something.
Yeah, this looks like the Emoji Movie, but like 1,000 times better.
Like good.
A good version of the Emoji Movie. Yeah. So I'm in. I love the first one. Love it. I'm in.
Adam, what do you think of
I'm in
someone
real
who
hurt.
hates Wreck-It Ralph?
As we all know, I despise Wreck-It Ralph, like I said. No, I think Wreck-It Ralph's fine. Looks fine. I don't really care. Really. You've sold me a bit on the idea of like the old arcade games coming into the new internet and
Yeah.
having to learn what it is. That's
Yeah.
funny. The idea of that's funny.
They had eBay on there
I don't
too.
care.
IMDb.
It makes me curious, like what kind of references they're gonna make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of those little Easter egg references
Yeah.
in the first
The
Wreck-It Ralph.
pancake gag is fucking
Gold.
amazing.
Gold.
Yeah. Truly amazing.
I hope they got a couple more of those up there.
Comedic
I'm,
gold.
I
I'm,
hope, yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic because I really liked the first one. I thought it was underrated.
Yes, we're on the same page.
Um,
It's a 5. Come on.
Say it, Scott. You know you want to.
It's not.
Can't go there.
Okay.
It's a 4.
I'll watch anything Sarah
It's my
Silverman does.
Incredibles. We could say.
Yeah, Incredibles.
Like
you know
what Incredibles is to you, Wreck-It Ralph is to
it's
me.
fine.
It's fine.
Oh my
Wreck-It
god!
Ralph,
I remember that
though,
you said that. Oh,
Is I like Wreck-It Ralph. So this one, I'm optimistic. You know what? Up until the pancake and rabbit gag, I wasn't sold on the trailer. I was like, they're not showing much. This is fairly boring and
yeah. It was very safe to me. I felt like.
But the pancake gag gave me hope because that's very funny.
Yeah.
I laughed quite a bit, and I don't know. That's the one thing about Zootopia, for example, was there was the sloth gag, and everyone laughed a lot at the trailer in the theater, and even the plebs.
Yeah.
Especially.
But there was a lot of other things in Zootopia that was great. Like I really liked Zootopia.
It's a 5.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Honestly, it's up there.
That's good.
I got 5 to 2 actually.
So for this, they're showing the one gag and they're not showing much else. I think they're holding their cards close to, their chests, and I'm hoping that it's going to be good. So we'll see when the movie comes out.
We'll have to wait and see.
Guys, let's wait and see.
Let's just wait and see. Let's move on. How about that? Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Ty, let's start with you again.
I wonder why.
What do you think of this?
This
trailer?
looks very good. We see Hogwarts.
What looks good?
Everything.
Which part?
Specifically, Johnny Depp just looking like a fucking madman.
Shocker there, boys.
He then you see.
Back.
Yes, he never left. And then all of a sudden,
like Jack Nicholson at the end of Shining.
yeah.
Here's Johnny.
Then you see
at the very end.
you see Jude Law just turn around being called Dumbledore. Like I swear to God, I've had wet dreams about that. Like it just blew my mind.
Yeah, this is your dream.
This is it.
Jude Law v. Johnny Depp.
In a Harry Potter
What's your
movie.
dream? It's just Jude Law
Jesus
standing over you.
fuck.
Just
This is
I mean, let's be honest. He's looking sexy as Dumbledore.
he is. This
What's
is like
hot Dumbledore hashtag.
I haven't been wet Dumbledore.
Excuse me.
No, hot Dumbledore.
Okay.
Wet
Wet
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Hot Dumbledore.
Hot Dumbledore. Let's go. Good to be back, guys. Good to be back.
So stupid.
Dumbledore. Oh my god, I was so juvenile.
Yeah, no, very
That's my middle
very
name.
excited about this. The one thing I don't know is that why. All I'm thinking about now is hashtag wet Dumbledore in my head, but I don't know why, like how Newt is gonna connect to this. Like to me, like it's
Hopefully not at all.
why is Jude Law getting an ex-student, or Dumbledore getting like an ex-student of his who doesn't.
There's a history
There's a history, yes,
of
but
using his students.
yes, but like why him though? Like I get that,
Call me by your
but
name,
why?
style.
But why him though? Like he
He's
knows.
got a tight ass.
He has that's fucked up.
I can tell you why.
I don't. What? No, can you?
Yes.
Do
Why?
you? Huh?
Because he was in the first movie,
Oh.
Okay.
and
No.
they're making a sequel to that movie.
Okay.
And they
So
needed
they
him
have
to
to
be in it.
continue his character.
To me, I just want it to make sense.
Done.
No, that makes it worse because you're just accepting no answer to me, and that bugs me. I want to know
We'll have
why.
to wait and see
Let's wait and see.
how he fits in.
It's just a trailer, man. They're gonna tell
He
you
fits
everything.
in. He fits in somehow.
Yes.
We'll find out.
Oh.
Chill.
I'm
He's gonna
concerned.
fit in, all right.
Fuck you.
Hello.
Anyways, yes, this looks awesome.
Dumbledore.
I'm pretty excited. Honestly, like you see the opening shots.
You also being a
of Hogwarts?
massive Harry Potter fan. This must have been
Yeah.
nice to
Massive
see.
Johnny Depp fan.
Nah,
Massive Jude Law
not
fan.
a fan of Johnny Depp in this role, to be honest.
Miscast.
Yeah,
Miscast?
Not.
Yes, 100%.
Miscast, you say?
Yes, there should be someone else playing.
Give me like
Grindelwald.
Ben Mendy or something, Give me-
Ew.
No. You need
No.
someone like suave, like Jude Law. Like
No, you
Eddie
need
Murphy.
someone-
you need someone like suave to like play
like
Jude
Eddie
Law as well.
Murphy.
Oh,
What'd you
yes.
say?
Like I was gonna say, like Nutty Professor, like Jude Law
Just-
play every role.
You need someone who's crazy.
And you are talking me into it. He is psycho.
He's insane, but he's also
You need an
suave
unlikable
as
piece
shit.
of shit.
But he's not though. He looks like a mess in this movie.
How many serial killers
In
do
the
you know
last
that have their
one.
lives together?
Anyways, regardless, okay, we're getting off on a tangent here. When the opening shots of Hogwarts came on screen, I got a little nostalgic. I got a little hype, you know.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see Hogwarts in the last one, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And you know, it's nice to be back in, you know, England this time. You know, and we do get to see a little bit of Paris, which is cool. I like that they're expanding the world of Harry Potter, the Wizarding World. You know, just so they can open another park. I'm sure another one. But yeah, I'm fairly excited. I think Jude Law looks great as Dumbledore. I always thought that was perfect casting.
Yeah, he's very good.
Pretty great.
I think he has a pretty rough 10 years because he looks very old in the flashback from Chamber Secrets.
Right.
Yes.
But that's just classic.
Is that the time frame? I don't know if that's
it's
time
like
frame per
it's
se.
about that. Yeah.
It's supposed to be close to.
Might be like 20 years.
It's longer than that.
Yeah.
It's longer than that.
That's in like the
There's a
50s,
big
30s,
gap.
like
Yeah,
30s.
yeah.
Yeah.
He died. 150 or something like that.
But anyways, I just like being back, and honestly, there were some shots near the end where it was getting a little interesting there at the end of the trailer.
Amped up.
Yeah, there was some weird magic going on. I'm like, this looks intense.
Look dope as shit.
Like
You
I
got
want
the
to see
white
like an
cliffs of Dover,
R-rated.
which look great.
Yeah.
The white what?
The White Cliffs of Dover look great.
Oh.
That cinematography, though.
It just
Yeah,
looks
it
like
good.
you know, there's no kids. You know, it's darker. It's more serious.
I like
you know?
that.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, Tim, Adam?
I'm excited. I still don't love Johnny Depp. I think they should have done somebody else.
Anyone.
Colin Farrell, for example, would be a good person.
Yeah,
I
just
think.
keep him in
Just
the role.
leave him in the role would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Tim, you don't get it.
I do get it. Johnny Depp's not good.
You don't.
It's also funny that it's Crimes of Grindelwald, and he has a lot of like
Crimes
publicity.
in real life.
Yeah,
The crimes of Johnny Depp.
Crimes of Johnny Depp. Yeah, not a big fan of his casting.
I went and got my hair cut just like him for this.
Ooh, brutal. But yeah, I think it looks
Shouldn't have
great.
done that.
Lots of nostalgia with
Shouldn't
seeing
have done
Hogwarts.
Shouldn't have done that.
I'm excited,
Yeah,
and I
you
think
are.
I'm more hyped for this one than I was for the first one.
Yeah. Oh, for
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
And I like the first one. I thought it was really good too.
I thought it was good.
I agree with that. I'm more hyped for this than I was for Fantastic Beasts, which I thought was fine. Yeah, looks good. I
What
thought.
do you think of Johnny Depp?
I feel like he's staring at me. Makes,
You love him.
If he's the villain, I guess that's interesting because he's not likable.
I'll take it.
Could have got Mel Gibson. Like right now, it's Mel Gibson or Johnny Depp.
As the craziest person in Hollywood.
Psycho, unlikable person.
That or Steve Buscemi.
I guess.
Who
The
doesn't
human
like Steve
cigarette.
Buscemi?
He's terrifying.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
Yeah.
But he seems like a nice guy.
Looks like it could be good for
It's
sure.
like Willem Dafoe, nicest guy ever.
Love
You
it.
sure?
Looks like a
Are you
rapist.
sure? Like he looks like there's still question there.
Willem Defriend.
Not Dafoe. He's the friend.
It looks visually good. Like you're saying, the Cliffs of Dover, like the cinematography is pretty beautiful.
Very reminiscent of the older Harry Potter movies.
Yes.
The later Harry Potter movies. They had that visual like flair.
Yeah.
You know, those long shots.
Same
you know.
director, right?
Yeah.
I assume.
David Yates, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. That'd be why.
So
I
yes,
think it's gonna be good. Like you said, I like
Visually
that they're
similar.
taking it into the Jude Law, Dumbledore, Grindelwald thing over just Newt catching random monsters. Like they seems like they did a pretty hard 180
yeah.
after that.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out. Moving on.
You know it's gonna be amazing.
Let's switch it up. Instead of a trailer, let's talk about Bond. James Bond.
This is like the best news week.
That is Bond 25. It is a thing now that Danny Boyle is directing Bond 25, currently unnamed. As well as, I forget the name of the screenwriter, but it's the screenwriter who... John Hedges?
Yes.
Who wrote Trainspotting, if I remember correctly.
And
Did you do T2?
a lot of other Danny Boyle movies.
Yes. But main thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm going to start off and say this is great. I love this news, and it was completely unexpected for me when we first heard this rumor a couple weeks ago that he was maybe in talks to direct. And I just love Danny Boyle movies. I just love his flair, you know? Some might say T2 wasn't the strongest, but
It's a 5.
Not me.
personally, I like it.
Love it.
He just has such a distinct style and, unique, with his writing partner, unique way of writing. And
So much energy.
yeah. And for example, with Steve Jobs, that movie, very unique, writing structure, structure of that film.
Yeah.
So a lot of skill there, with the pen.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to this. I'm optimistic. I just completely did not expect Danny Boyle as an option.
No.
I was like Denis or this other, director they were thinking about. People always throw Christopher Nolan's name out there, although he always denies it. And I just never considered it as an option. But I'm totally in. What do you guys think? Adam, let's go over to you. What do you think of this?
I am extremely excited, as you guys know. I love T2, Trainspotting.
Me too.
Top 10 last year. Like you said, it's just such an inspired choice. I didn't expect it. Like, the short list came out of like
Nowhere to be seen on that list.
yeah, like it was like Villeneuve and the guy who did 71, I believe.
Right.
Maybe a couple other like unknowns.
Yann Demange or something like that?
Yes, yeah, that's right. And then kind of it's like they narrowed it down. Like Villeneuve came out and said, no,
He's like, I'm doing Dune.
I'm doing Dune
Yeah.
for a while. Nolan came out on BBC Radio or something, said I'm not the guy for it or something. And then it was like a couple weeks later, boom, Danny Boyle. Yeah, I love him. I think he's like one of the most underrated directors. You don't really hear his name brought up with the great directors, but I love like Sunshine, 28 Days Later. I love his filmography. Trainspotting 2. He's great.
Slumdog.
Slumdog, 127 hours.
127 hours. Steve Jobs for 85. Hot take. I know. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Like, I want to know if they're going to let him go full Boyle and like do the crazy
Full Boyle.
like frenetic energy. Am I missing something?
Yes.
This is-
Brooklyn
It's a Brooklyn
Nine-Nine.
Nine-Nine reference.
Fucking knew it.
Full Boyle.
Are they going to let him go full
Just
Boyle?
did you watch the episode?
You guys make me sick.
I love
How
it so
dare
much.
you bring that reference in
We
this?
didn't say shit. He did.
And
Not at all.
Greatest
You
day of my life.
laughed at it.
the
It's funny.
intriguing
If
thing
you watch the
is,
show, you'd know.
The writer?
sort of, yeah. Like if you read the quote, he says we have a very interesting idea that we're co-writing, and we just want to like perfect this idea. So it intrigued me. I'm like, and very.
Is this going to be a typical Bond movie, or is this going to be like a weird?
I don't think it
weird,
is. Man.
interesting Bond movie?
I'm hoping it's going to be a weird one. Because Bond movies tend to follow the same
Formula.
structure and formula.
Yeah.
He has like
I mean,
a
the
little
Craig one's
cold open sort of
Be
mission.
very careful.
And then there's like, something's wrong with
Twist.
like our thing. And then
Bond
go
girl.
to some like different countries and have some fun around, play around with some people, you know.
Get serious.
Get
and then you
serious,
gotta
yeah.
kill the Bane bad
Tim, I
guy.
gotta say, you're really pissing me off today.
So if they're doing something, no, it's good, but it's a very structured thing that we've seen 24
You
times.
can't
they're like
deny it.
Marvel kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They have that.
So I think Hedges is
They're all the same. They're
Boyle's
not good.
awesome, but I think having the team of Boyle and Hedges,
I
could
didn't
be
love this mug.
expecting something awesome.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
totally.
great.
Yeah.
Ty, what do you think?
Sorry. Me?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's fine.
What do you think about James Bond? Danny Boyle.
Are you
I don't know. Do we have 6 hours?
Yes.
I will be the first to say I don't know Danny Boyle's filmography that well.
We all knew that was coming. We listed his entire filmography this conversation. If you're
It's like
listening.
6 movies. That's it?
Trainspotting.
Didn't like
Sunshine.
Trainspotting.
28 Days Later.
Steve
Slumdog.
Jobs.
Slumdog
Trainspotting 2. I
Millionaire.
didn't see Slumdog.
127 hours.
120. I didn't see that one.
Steve Jobs.
The Beach.
Didn't see the beach.
Not great.
Okay.
That was a dud.
So I really don't have anything to work off of unless it's like 28 days later.
Transpotting
Which I've seen.
2.2?
I see,
Have
but
you
those
seen
aren't.
those?
I have seen them, but they. It's hard. It's hard to.
You don't like him though.
No, it's hard to see,
You
take.
hate them.
I-
You hate Danny Boyle. Donnie.
You hate Donnie
Don,
Boyle.
you hate Donnie Boyle.
You,
Brasco.
you hate Donnie Boyle.
Donnie Boy.
It's hard to like the movies that I've seen him do. It's hard to imagine him directing Bond.
Hey, sometimes it's an inspired,
Sam
choice.
Mendes
Yeah.
did American Beauty.
Yeah. Bud.
Bizarre.
Bud.
Bizarre choice. That's even more bizarre.
He's
There
from
you
the
go.
UK.
He did some of the best Bond movies of all
So
time.
there's that.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah,
How many have you seen?
Yes.
Isn't Skyfall
It's
your
not-
favorite?
I've
Like
seen a
one
lot.
of your
I've seen a lot.
No, it's good.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get into that later. I'm excited that they've got a good director to do this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I can't
Yeah,
confirm
you
that
can't
myself.
confirm nor
But
deny.
I'm glad that they have an established director to do this,
There you go.
because this
Not
is
Jan.
not Jan. It could have gotten messy with Jan.
Yeah, Jan doesn't have the same experience
yeah.
level.
Also, because Jan isn't a household name, we don't know Jan's last name.
Yanni.
Jan
Jan Dimanche.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. It just, to me, like, this guy, we know he can direct. We know he can direct well.
This guy.
This guy,
Whoever this
Fucking
fucking
guy.
guy is.
you know what? Fuck it. It's gonna be great.
This
I can't
fucking
wait.
guy, Donnie.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's gonna be
Donnie
different.
boy.
You'll probably hate it because it's not going to be the typical Bond movie.
No, honestly, I
my
want
prediction.
them. I want them to, like, break out and do certain things. with
Experiment,
Bond.
you
Yeah,
know?
I want them to have a little fun.
Yeah,
With
get Daniel Craig out of there. Get a
Yeah.
female Bond in there.
Yeah.
it. Not that far. nope.
Yeah,
See?
let's have fun. Idris Elba.
You know what?
Bond.
I'm gonna call Sam Mendes back right now.
Jamie Bond.
Jim.
Atomic Blonde. Atomic Bond.
Jamila Bond.
You guys are stressing me out a little bit.
Just like puns on James would be great.
No. But female Iron Man. That's
So you're up in the
Let's
air.
move on. Let's move on. Okay.
It's
Last
awful.
trailer we got Avengers: Infinity War trailer number 2.
Never
Did
heard of
we
it.
talk about the first trailer, the first teaser? We must have.
We did.
We did.
Must have, yeah.
We must have. Tim,
Yes.
what do you think of this trailer? A little bit more is revealed.
A little bit more.
We got the Dark Black Order.
Also,
revealed.
we know the movie's
Abby
been
Bond.
pushed up a week now. Comes out April 27th.
Mhm.
As opposed to May 3rd, whatever it was. I am beyond hype for this movie.
Yeah. You just
Looks-
rewatched Civil War, I saw.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Civil
Five
War.
bang.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Re-fived
Holy
it.
fuck. So many fives mentioned today.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for this movie. I think it looks great. It's funny seeing Wakanda in this because clearly the budget's a lot bigger on this movie because Wakanda looks just a lot more polished and real than it did in Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like the wide shots, at least.
You fine?
I think so. Yeah. I think it just
Wider
looks a little bit.
shots.
It doesn't look quite as CGI.
Fair,
I mean, it's
fair.
clearly CGI, but
Yeah.
which is funny
Bigger,
because Black
bigger,
Panther
wider
has made
yeah.
a ton of money. But yeah, I think it looks great. Interesting stuff going on. We get to see the team split up a little bit. It looks like Iron Man and Spider-Man might end up on a different planet with the Guardians after maybe that weird machine might send them into space a little bit. I'm scared for a lot of people. Apparently, there's a death
Half
that
the
does
people
happen.
are fine. Half the people are fine.
Yes.
Half of humanity will live, so no problem.
I think your boy might die.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be Cap.
Tony?
It's gonna be one of them too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Tony Baloney.
You think?
But
You guys think they'll kill Tony or Cap?
Oh,
For
for
sure,
sure.
yeah.
Cap's going.
They'll come back, but
No,
they'll kill
that's
one
the
of them
thing.
too.
There was a quote that Kevin Feige said about a couple weeks ago. He said, "Be careful what you wish for, because whoever dies in these movies are dead. They're not coming back."
Hawkeye's dead for sure. No one cares.
Studios are notoriously truthful. Yes, I
Yeah.
totally believe that. No, they'll kill someone and they'll
Fucking
come back
prick,
for
eh?
sure in probably the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
But there is an awesome line from Thanos that I love where he says, "I hope they remember you."
Yeah.
That's going to be right before he murders somebody.
Yeah. Like the whole thing with Cap, like when he's like crushing him, I don't see him coming out of that.
Yeah, Cap
so
going
good.
like literally fist to fist with Thanos.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Like I see him just like having like full like good intent, like just like
He's essentially just a very strong man. So
yeah, right? Like
we'll see
He
what
always
happens.
has those moments though, right, where he's just physically just like imposing his will on
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
holding a helicopter or
Yeah,
whatever.
He does
right?
pull a helicopter down one.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things ever.
I just want to see Thanos just
no CG in that, by the way.
I know.
That was all him.
pop Cap's head like a melon, like Oberyn Martell style,
I'm
like
dreaming.
Oh, RP.
Mountain Viper.
Yeah,
you know.
I get it.
I'm excited. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not that excited. I don't know. Like,
I'm
I think it's gonna
making
be
sure
great.
that I'm not excited because I don't want to put myself up too much.
Yeah.
And have an Iron Man 2 problem.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Or Avengers 2 problem, sorry.
I don't see that.
More accurate.
Like, to me,
Yeah.
I prefer
Let's
some
way
of
overhyped.
the one-off Marvel movies more than the Avengers movies. I find you only get a little bit of each person. There's so many characters, so much going on. So you don't get a full story. I don't know.
2 hours, 37 minutes.
It's long. It's long.
Yeah. It's a lot of room.
I'm optimistic though. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But judging by this trailer, I mean, we see a little bit more, but we don't see a whole lot. We just see a whole bunch of action shots.
Yeah.
A lot of questionable shots, to make you think of what's going on here.
I'm sure there'll be lots of misdirects there.
Yeah, lots.
There
of
is. Yeah, there's a scene where
oh, for sure. The way they cut
Tony asks what his name is, and then cuts to Gamora saying Thanos. Totally different areas. She's in a spaceship.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
And you see Gamora walking with Thanos holding his hand.
Flashback.
Yeah, shit
that
like
was
that.
an interesting flashback.
Yeah.
To see some of Gamora and Thanos' backstory.
Yeah.
And Nebula, I'm sure there'll be some Nebula.
Yeah, for sure.
Flashback.
Some Nebula.
They all got daddy issues. Some
Yeah.
some Nebula.
Some Nebula.
Some Sebulba flashback. But yeah, I'm into it. What do you guys think?
Looks great.
Mm.
Obvi. I'm hype. It's what they've been building toward. I can't wait to see Thanos finally fuck someone up, hopefully. Not as convinced as you guys that someone's gonna die, though. I don't buy it.
I think
they're gonna act someone?
the actors have said, actors have come out and said, yeah.
Like an Avenger.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, I could see dying.
Hopefully Don Cheadle dies.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I'm talking a big, legit, Iron Man, Captain America.
One of them two will die.
For sure.
I think one of them will die.
So,
yeah.
Really?
I put money down
Interesting
that
to me.
Cap's dying.
Now, I'll throw a hot take at you. I don't know how hot it is, but I'm going to go the other way and say I think, if anyone, Thor dies.
Ice cold take.
Because his head was being squashed.
He meets up with the Guardians after that already, though. So.
I think Loki could die.
Loki could die for sure. He joins. I think he might get.
He's
fucked.
the one that makes sense.
He meets the Guardians after Infinity War?
No.
What?
He meets the Guardians during Infinity War. That's probably that head crushing scene is probably at the beginning of the movie when Thanos attacks the ship.
Yeah.
Then Loki's probably like, "Don't kill Thor. I have the cube here. Take it, please." And he probably lets Thor go.
But he smushes the cube as well.
Yes, to get the stone out of it.
Oh, shit.
And then
Fuck.
drops in his lap.
Well, I stand by Iron Man, Cap. I'm putting my foot down. They survive.
Really?
Ooh.
So we got
Is
they're
that a hot
both
take?
so they're both gonna live. Cap's gonna die. Tony's gonna die. Is that what you're calling?
I'm not calling who. One of them two will die.
I'm saying Cap.
I'm saying everybody important lives.
Scott A.
I can't call it.
Or dies and
I
is
have no
immediately
idea.
brought back by Doctor Strange.
No, to me this
I
makes
honestly
sense.
have no idea.
For Cap to die and then Bucky become White Wolf. Is it? Is that what the character was? White Wolf, and then you have Falcon who could take over Captain America's spot. That just makes sense to me. If Tony dies,
Yeah. Sure, they have no one lined up.
yeah.
I didn't think they would kill Quicksilver in Ultron, but they did. I didn't see that coming. Everyone was like, "What?"
Good one.
Unintentional pun. I didn't see it coming, to be honest, because
You gotta say it with an accent.
I did not see. I can't say. I can't.
I wish.
But I didn't expect it because it's a new character they're introducing. I'm like, why would they kill that? But then
Young hot actor, someone who's just getting in, making a
about
name.
you're like,
and then,
well,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
he can't do that accent, so they just have to kill him.
Exactly.
You can't have that continuing.
Exactly.
we gotta stop
You
this.
just gotta stop. We gotta nip it
Over
at the
real
bud,
life,
guys.
please.
Yeah, I didn't. They had the balls at the time, but everyone was speculating. Is Cap gonna die? They're gonna replace him with Falcon or Bucky or whatever. And then nothing happened there. It was just Quicksilver that died. So they might do something like lesser. I don't know if they would kill Cap or
They've got to me. It's like they haven't had a
those. That's their core.
To be very interesting.
But they might because they're moving. They're moving into Phase 3.
They say that Phase 3 is not going to be any of the main characters are in it now. It's going to be all new, fresh characters. So to me, it just makes sense at this turning point. One of them's going to die.
And then come back.
They'll
later
all have
in
cameos,
Avengers 4.
I'm
For sure.
Oh,
I don't think so.
If someone dies, they're coming back. I will make 5% chance someone dies, 0% chance they stay dead.
Yeah.
If someone dies,
If it's one of the core group
Really
members,
no
they're
chance.
coming back.
Yeah.
If it's one of the side members, they're not coming back.
side pieces.
Side pieces.
Side
yeah.
bitches.
They're done. Yeah, side bitches are done.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah. Right. Get hype.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Put that out there.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that'll do it for this episode of the Upper LA Podcast. Tim, where can people find us?
It's been a while. People can find us on Twitter at Upper Real Late. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at Upper Real Tim and on Instagram at The Craft Pundits.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Upper Late Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Up Real Tie.
You can find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
Find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, keep it real.